What's up, everybody? It's Jeremy here. I'm ocean bound and I'm heading to Pleasure Bay. I don't know. I can't think. I'm backing up. I can't think. I'm backing up. The main reason why I'm down here is because yesterday I finally got my 1350 foil in the mail, and I'm just totally jonesing to paddle up on that. In fact, like, I'd love to do an experiment. You know, one of my foils that I've like had on the sale list for a while is my 1325. I know I can paddle up that 1350 because I've already paddled up a friend of mine's before, but before I like really say goodbye to that 1325, I really should try to paddle it up. I'm super curious just to say if I can do it or not. So nothing special, it's just in the 80s and it's hot and it's humid and everyone's at the beach. I just feel like getting in the water. So let's flip this around, set up our stuff, go cool down. Here we go. All right, so what we got here? I got the APF1350, I've got the APF1350, and then we've got the V1HA 1325. I'm here to paddle this today, but I figure I've always wanted to give this one a try, so I'm gonna try this one first. They've got, obviously, the characteristics of these are very similar. The wingspan is exactly the same, but obviously, like, there's just a lot less surface area. And then this one, the difference is it's got this like totally different shape to it, the old HA shape, whereas like this one's pretty much flat, made for pumping, and then this one's got this like incredibly different profile to it. I haven't ever been able to paddle up on my 1180, and that I feel like has more lift than this 1375. It's such a crapshoot, but I'm just gonna try this one for a couple attempts, see how it goes, and I'm gonna switch right to the 1350 and commence the stoking. So I'm pretty stoked. All right, cool. Let's go get them on. All right, 1325. I think it'll be a short experiment. I'm not expecting it to be easy. It'll be a good warm up. $13.25, not a fan. It doesn't even really want to engage. That's really how much better these pump foils are, in my opinion, and even the new HAs. But these old HAs and the design, it's just not, it's not ideal. So let's go switch it out to the 1350 and have some fun. All right, round two. Let's go for the 13. From the 1325 to the 1325 is technically useless, in my opinion. For this, for paddling. 180 stab. I'm gonna try the 220. I just feel like there wasn't, the glide and the pump were missing a little bit. And look at this other thing I did. I've got this thick 8mm sup foil leash, and so I just took my old wing leash and I just it was a little too long, so I just tied a loop in it. gonna try that as a leash. It's gonna be awesome. Stoked.
Alright, 1350. Just made a new leash. Hopefully it won't make so much noise. I'm trying the 220 right now because I actually don't like it that much. In general, we're talking about the 1350 so far has been good, but I feel like, yeah, I was a little lacking in the pump. So I do think the 220 could go either way. It could feel draggy, or it just could give me more glide, or it could give me more power in the pump.
We've achieved 202.
This is the last one. I'm getting a little tired.
Science.
I've been doing it for over an hour. This is fine. I've gone through the 1325, switched to the 1350. Had the 180 stab for both of those. Flipped to the 220 tail, the glide. And now I'm on the 1350 with the 202 tail. Freaking loud. But I have a feeling this one's gonna pump the best. I just don't know. You know, I've been counting my pumps, maybe for no good reason. And I got up to 67 pumps with that glide tail, which that's pretty good. I'd love to break 70. I think I got 68 or 69 the other day, so I haven't like cracked 70 yet. But that's my goal of the day, and if I don't make it, so be it. But yeah, it's been interesting trying all of these. I'm really interested to see how this one's gonna feel and pump compared to that 220. Today. First off, my 1375, it used to be my old light wind weapon. That's been on the chopping block for a while. I've been meaning to try it just like on a paddle just to see if it was doable. I don't think I have the skills to do it up until recently. And then honestly, just like trying it today, it's just not the right foil for I'll give it a not the right foil for a flatwater paddle up. The 1350 is great. It takes an extra pump or two in general to get it up. I do think the glide and the pump are a little different. It definitely has more speed, but the 1375, like I'm not really sure if I'm done with that one yet. I want to be. Now, onto the tails. The 180, I could feel it drop out more, you know, for whatever that's worth. It's, I mean, it makes sense. It's the smallest out of all of them.
So maybe on like a downwind run day where I need a little more speed or maneuverability in the future, I could totally see myself riding that. The glide tail was good. I definitely pumped better. I needed to try that, and that's where the 1350 started to feel better. So I would not hesitate to put the 220 glide tail on like a downwind day. And then fast forward to the 202 pump tail. I don't think I've put a video out where I talk about my frustrations with the 202 tail. The 202 tail was officially dead to me because when I was first starting and I couldn't get up, I was so frustrated that I couldn't get up. Let me rewind even more. I had a choice to buy either the 202 or the 220, and I decided to buy the 202 because I wanted to get into pumping, and I thought that was the right choice. And I cursed myself for picking the 202 over the 220. As soon as I got the 220, things started to open up and I started to get better. So I've cursed the 202. I don't like it. Until recently, I've come full circle. And there's something about this 202 that really does feel good when you're pumping. The 220 and the 202, they're just so different. Like, everything about them's different. They start in different places, they end in different places. Obviously, the 220 goes out farther, but when you put the front and back, like when you line these up, like the leading edge of this is more forward, and then the trailing edge of the 220 is back more. So it makes sense that this one glides more, and it makes sense that this one pumps more. Plus this one has a little bit of camber, which is counterintuitive. The camber is the opposite of what it is on the pump foils. So I wouldn't think it would be better, but it does complement the pumping thing. And there's not a ton of, I don't think there's any camber really on this thing. Yeah. And also, like, the pump foil is like completely flat, and this one's got a little bit of anhedral. So yeah, what have I learned today? 1350 is great. I'm full send committing to that 1350 from here on out. Like, my whole plan, my party plan for the next like many sessions is to get out here on flatwater. I know flatwater paddle ups are like, that people are calling them party tricks, and it's not necessary. But I know, and I've figured out that I need more leg practice. And so that's the one thing that like I'm focusing on here, and every day that I can be out pumping, getting up on foil and pumping with my legs is just gonna take me farther. I need to start doing wall sits. I need to start doing exercise for my legs, just working on my endurance. I got to 72 pumps today, and that was my, like, definitely like the high point of my pumping. I think I got late 60s in previous sessions, and I did get to like 68 today with the 220, and I got to 72 with the 202 pump tail. A lot of that has to do with balance and whatnot. I just feel like there's always stuff that I can work on, and I keep finding things to work on. And the one thing I can say to most of you out there is just don't get frustrated. Just make a list of stuff to work on, and know that it's a long haul. Some of you guys may get it right away, but like, I just constantly have stuff to work on, and I'm not afraid. Hey, I'm learning things, I'm getting into shape. Like, I'm literally, winging got me into great shape, but like my upper body's like, I feel like I'm jacked right now compared to like what I've been. And now my legs are starting to get this full workout. So it's pretty freaking rad. I really enjoy where I am right now. I'm happy that I finally get the paddle ups, but now it's like a whole new thing with pumping. So it is what it is. I'm stoked. Today, 72, I broke my record. That's awesome. I learned a lot about switching up from a 180 to a 220 to a 202. I learned that the 1325 is just an old design. It's just doesn't really work for like pumping. And the 1350 is freaking awesome. So yeah, I'm stoked. It's a good day. So thanks for watching, everyone. If you want to see some more of my videos, you haven't done so already, please consider clicking that subscribe button. Drop me a comment. Let me know if you've started this whole downwind journey. If you're frustrated, have any questions, need some tips, don't hesitate to reach out. I love talking about this stuff. I can talk about it all day long. And with that, I hope all of you are doing well out there. I'll see you soon on the flip, and I wish you all an awesome day. Later.